Your course is personality development, right? And you had yoga class in the beginning, morning. Why yoga class in personality development? So yoga is for physical fitness. What is that you have done? So not yoga. The class was, I said you had yoga class, you said yes. Now you said yoga asana you had. In yoga you had only one portion. That's yoga asana. In whole yoga, there are 8 steps. And what generally people call as yoga is only one step, that's yogasana. When people say yoga, people understand it as yogasana. But yoga means much more than that. Have you ever visited the hall on top of this general hall? All the 8 steps are written down there. What are the steps? Yama, Niyama, Pranayama, Pratyahara, etc. etc. Go through that. 8 steps are there. In which only one is asana. So yogasana will give you physical fitness. Because if you want to have mental fitness, there are no courses available. And human being is both more on mental and physical. There are many more activities which happens. One is physical, then mental, that's intellectual. The best word could be intellectual. Then mental is not intellectual actually. People use it in 2 different types. What is that? That does not belong to mind. Emotional, that is something to do with the manas. Okay, when you say manas, it is emotional. When you say buddhi, it is intellectual. Both together people use the word called mind. But it does not cover both, but that's the only word available in English. So you have physical, intellectual, emotional. You said it's spiritual, so I'll add it there. And one more factor. One more factor. We are called a human being, right? And we are different only in 2-3 aspects. Physically, all animals are much better than us. Don't you agree? Even an ant is better than us. An ant is more powerful than me. I don't know whether about you. Why? Ant can carry 10 times more its weight than its own weight. But none of us can carry more than our weight. Every ant can carry. There may be few exceptions in human beings. If you look at our eyes are beautiful sometimes. But our eye is not very powerful. An eagle can see from 5 kilometers above the ground what's on the ground. But we can't. And hearing capability we don't have much. A whale understands its kids crying 10 kilometers far in the sea. It can understand at different wavelength it can listen. So we are not good in our indriyas if you look at it. Then somebody will say 6th sense, all senses are our. Even sixth sense is not good for human being. No good Swamijis have got sixth sense. They have no sense, and sixth sense also does not work sometimes. A sheep which is tied under a tree will start crying if it's going to rain after 6 hours. And if you just relieve it, it will go and then stand in a shade because it knows that it's going to rain after 3-4 hours. I am from Department of Space and we have a lot of satellites. I am a scientist in Space Department. We have a lot of satellites. And if you predict if it's going to rain in Hyderabad, it will rain in Mysore. Because none of our mathematics works there. It's the sixth sense which says what happens. And no predictions of earthquake have been successfully predicted. But if you look at the movements of the snakes, you know that earthquake is going to come. Because it can sense the vibrations on the earth much before it happens. During tsunami, no normal animals died. Only abnormal animals like us died. Because every animal can sense what's going to happen on the earth. Earth is very live. Therefore, sixth sense also we are not good. We don't know whether that's related to spirituality. Then we are not good in spirituality. But there is only one aspect which is higher for us. And what's that? Social being. Social being. Judgment is good for many more animals. You want an example? We have Abdul Kalam, who is supposed to be very good in missiles, trajectory motion. So you can judge if I throw some weight from here, where it will fall. But it does not fall there. It falls somewhere else most of the time. But a squirrel, have you seen squirrels? It's nice to watch a squirrel jumping from one banana tree to another banana tree. You know banana tree? The leaf. So the squirrel will go and the leaf will start swinging. And the squirrel will wait. It goes back and forth for some time. And after some time, it knows from where it has to take off. Exactly it will jump. And then it falls on another 7 feet or 8 feet far. And it starts swinging there. And it knows how to escape. No human being can do this. So the trajectory motion on what way, from where it has to jump, where it has to fall. If you know good yogasana, probably you can do that. But then monkeys knows much more yogasana than what we know. Many of the monkeys know how to do this. And it can jump 56 feet. No exaggeration. A good practiced monkey can jump 56 feet. We being the next higher generation of monkey, we must know how to jump 57 feet. We don't know. You know why we don't know? What you call the judgment is more. That's the problem. He said judgment is our capability. Judgment is what is making us not to do things. We don't learn many things in our life. Even though physically we can do, we don't do it. Because buddhi is more. So I pray to God every day that let my next janma be there with less buddhi and more of emotion. The world will become much better. With more buddhi and less emotion, we will have bombs. So we are not good, too intelligent. Emotionally, we are not attached much. Only thing, we are supposed to be human being, that is being human. If you put a mirror, being human is human being. But it's lacking nowadays. Very, very less. 2 bomb spot, no? In Hyderabad. Very bad. So, when you say that you are developing your personality, the course is personality development. Personality development means you will develop your personality, attend many more courses. Learn from many more experts, your personality will reach where? Go on developing your personality. What level? My subject is mathematics. So whatever we do, we tend to infinity. That's what we do. Your personality go on increasing. Then what will happen? You will have infinite personality. That's called supreme personality. Who is supreme personality? God. So all of us will become God. So the personality development will take you to where? Godship. If you have good personality, you are equal to God. So who are you? Smaller gods. And a time will come when you will become the best God, full God. The Godhood will come in us. That's why we call Vivekananda, when we draw a light source around his head. You can see. When we draw Ramakrishna, we will draw one light source around him. When we draw Lord Krishna, we will have a Prakasha Chakram around him. Because nearing to God is having a light around your head. Not around your head, around your whole body. That's called Chit, Chaitanyam, Tejas, life force energy, Jiva. Once you go around, the Tejas also will go around you. That all of us have. But little bit. 9 inch, 1 feet. But for God, it will be infinite. So what will happen? When somebody comes closer to you, even though you are sleeping, you know somebody is close by. When you are walking, when somebody is coming behind you, you know somebody is coming behind you. Only when they reach closer to your Chaitanya, your aura around you. For God, they know because the aura is infinite. So you can increase your aura more and more. That is your personality measure. You need to have physical fitness. If you don't have physical fitness, mind does not work. Emotion becomes too fluctuating. You know, you get more angry when you have more acidity. When you have severe headache, you get more angry. If you have cold, you get more angry. Because physical unfitness have got an influence on your emotion and also intellect. You will not be able to concentrate on something if you are physically not fit. So physically fit. And some people are fit in the evening. Totally fit. That's totally fit. For them, intellect does not work. Emotion does not work. So if your emotion does not vibrate, that's called Sthita Prajnavasta. In Bhagavad Gita, Lord Krishna tells Arjuna, Sthita Prajnavasta is the avastha where you don't have fluctuation of mind. Dukkeshu anudignamana sukheshu vikataspruha vitaraga bhayakrodha sthitatir munirichyate. You don't fluctuate too much in your emotions. That's what is required. Intellectually we should grow. Emotionally you should not fluctuate. Physically you should feel fit every day. One day you feel I am great. Yeah, I will do this, I will do that. Next day you feel, no, I am not able to do anything. So physically we fluctuate most of the day. One day you feel great. Another day you don't feel great. But sometimes physically you are fit, but mentally you are not ready. Emotionally you are not ready. So I said physical fitness also have got an influence on mind and the emotion and the intellect. And intellect and emotion also will influence the physical fitness. Both are related. That's why Charakan says, what does he say? Sharira manaso yoga paraspara manuvrajet adhara adeya bhavena tattajya kridayoriva. Sharira manaso yoga. That yoga is not yogasana. Yoga is union. Yoga in mathematics means union. Shariram and manas. Your body and mind are related. How? As a burden and oil. What is the relation between burden and oil? If you have a cold burden, you put hot oil, the burden will get heated up. And if you have a hot burden, put cold oil, oil will get heated up. That's potential here. My PhD is in physics. So when you have got a higher potential to lower potential, energy will flow all the time. There will be an energy transfer. It's like that. Your manas and shariram is like that. When you have a hot mind, body will get heated up. You will get angry faster if your emotions cannot be controlled. And some people will get high fever. You know when? during examination. That's called exam fever. Why does it happen? Because your manas gets heated up. Full tension. Then what will happen? The body gets heated up. You get angry. Then what will happen? Your cheeks will start trembling. So many lines will come on your forehead. Your nose will become reddish. You know how fast, whatever happens in your manas, the shariram will start getting its reactions. So your manas and the shariram both are related. Manas and the shariram are related. Body and mind are related. Now if you want to have a good personality, you should take care of your physique, intellect, emotion, spiritual, and you should become social. You should be part of society. That's more important. Because all other character most of the animals have, we also have. Society and living in society, living for society, that's more important. That's only for human beings. So how do you get into a life for society and feel like living in society and contribute to society? What do you do? And how do you do that? How do you do that? Do you think that you are a part of society? What is that contribution you do to society? I take class for people in social service. Yeah, the best service what you can do is sharing knowledge. Many people will think that giving food is serving society. Annena kshanika trupti. Annena kshanika trupti. When you feel hungry, you get food, you will be very happy. Kshanika, easily you will get satisfied. But you know what happens? 4 hours. Gets digested. Then again you will require. But once you give knowledge, he will know how to make money. Yavat jivanja vidyaya. If you want to satisfy somebody whole life, what you should give? Vidya, knowledge. If you start giving knowledge, that is equal to serving him the whole life. That only human being can give. That is the distinction between animal and human being. What is the difference? Giving knowledge. No dogs will sit like this. No dog will give lecture like this. No animal will sit in lectures. No animal will give lecture. That's the only difference between human being and animal. I'm true. I'm telling the true fact. Why? Food common for animal and the human being. Nidra common for human being and animal. Bhayam, animal also gets, no? But ahara, nidra, bhaya, maidunani. Maidunam is what? Sex. Everybody knows, but everybody doesn't know that maidunam is sex. That's only difference. Okay? Ahara, nidra, bhaya, maidunani. Samani, Chaitani, Nirnam, Pashuna. Nirnam is human being, Pashu is animal. These 4 qualities, Ahara, Nidra, Bhayam and Maidunam, sex, is equal to human being and animal. Those days when he wrote this poem. But today it is more for human being, less for animal. No animal will eat if it is enough for him. But human being, what do you do? Why to waste? No, anyway waste it inside. Because whatever is waste can be, what do you do generally to, what do you do? Throw it. But if it does not get, even any waste what we will do, the people will collect the waste and then what they do? They fire it. Is it not? Ultimately, if you want to get rid of waste, only way is to fire it. Once you put inside your stomach, what happens? Dahanam. You know what's Dahanam? Where is Dahanam happens inside your stomach. Dahanam means what? Firing. So any waste can be put inside your stomach and it gets fired and it is become nothing and it becomes another waste. So any waste you can put it inside. So in Yogasana, food is a good lesson. It's not a place to put your waste. You know, eating is called Brahmarpanam. You know, while eating you are supposed to chant a sloka. Know what is that? Keep the food in front of you and chant. What is that chanting? Brahmarpanam Brahmagno Brahmanahuda Brahmaiva Tena Gandhavyam Brahma Karma Samadhina. Let this eating be for what? Brahma Karma. What is Brahma Karma? What is Brahma Karma? Creativity. Brahma is the person not for production. We have translated and said that he is the god of production. Producing is his job. It is not a production. It is creativity. Okay? So once we eat, what is that we want? We want to be creative. For being creative, we need energy. And let this food be the source for having energy for me. With that sankalpam we are supposed to eat. And therefore food has got a big role in your creativity. But annam, no animal have got this bad habit of bad eating. It eats only as it wants, but not more, not less. But human being always doesn't know how to eat. Bhayam, we have more because we think a lot. We think a lot and therefore we have bhayam more. And we never allow our kids to become good people because we induce bhayam in them. From childhood onwards, what we induce? Bhayam. You know, a small child at 6th, 7th month, 8th month, it will know how to stand. And it crawls and comes to a stage where it will see a higher place, it will start putting its hands and then try to stand. You know? No, you will fall. Is it not? At age of 1.5, 2, the child will like to jump onto the chair. No, don't do that. You are going to fall. Will the child will learn how to jump? At the age, in the younger age, when they start running, the mother will say, don't run, you are going to fall. Why? Because the mother is worried. Why she is worried? If you fall, who will take you to hospital? That's my problem. If you fall, your dress will become dirty and who has to wash? You know, she will compute the expenditure on surf, the determination, how much she has to spend, how much electricity will go in that washing machine expenditure, everything will be in mind before the sun starts jumping. And when the father wants to smoke, he wants a matchbox urgently. Same father will say, please go run and get it. A guest is at home, you want tea powder. Tea powder is not there. The same mother who says when you run you will fall, will say, go and run and get it. That time people don't fall. You know how selfish people are? Aharam, Nidra, Bhayam. Nidra. Every animal will sleep once it gets sleep. It wakes up. As soon as it wakes up, it gets up. As soon as it wakes up, it gets up. What people will do? Oh, it's 10 o'clock, time to sleep. Very systematic life. You don't sleep when you get sleep. You don't wake up. At the time you wake up, you don't get up. Both will not happen. Morning itself, who calls you? What is the sound which you listen before in the early morning? Alarm. Everybody answers this. Alarm, mother's call, father's call, sister's call. Alarm means your hand only will work. You will switch off and then sleep again. If it is mother, you will pull your bedsheet again and then crumble once again. If it is father, jump up. No, it happens. If it is brother or sister, leg will work. It depends on who is working. But if you want to listen to the call of these people, if you are listening to them when they are calling, that means you already woke up. If you are not awakened, you don't listen to these sounds. If you are in deep sleep, you will not listen to the call of your mother. They have to beat you, then only you will wake up. If the call is in your ear, that means before that you already woke up. And you know, there is one gentleman who calls everybody in the world. Every living being is being called in early morning, 2 hours before the sunrise. His job is, as the sun goes, he also goes in advance 2 hours and then calls, sun is going to come, yeah, please wake up. You know who is that? Again Brahma. That Muhurtam is called Brahma. And his job is that time wake up people. And what we do? If we are turned on the left side and sleeping, we will turn on right side and sleeping. You just imagine keeping a person for calling everybody in the world. When he calls morning, my name is Shashi Kumar. Shashi Kumar, it's your time, wake up. What I say? Oda. I don't even listen to him. The God calls us every day morning and we don't listen to him, and throughout our life we start calling him, he will say, Oda. He will not listen to us. So it's essential for us to listen to the God's call. That we are not doing. For that we need to be alert, active. Life have to be open for people. That we don't have. Coming back to Ahara, Nidra, Bhaya, Maithunani, Samani, Chaitani, Nrunam, Pashunam. Every animal wakes up. As soon as it wakes up, it gets up. It does not sleep. We wake up and we will start listening the sound of the milk boy. The next door is open, gate is being opened, mother is washing burtan or servant maid is washing. Every sound we hear, and what we are doing? Are you sleeping? No. We are pretending as we are sleeping. So wonderful time. The best time in the world to study well. That's what we say, Brahma Muhurtam is good for study. And what we do? We don't do anything. We are not even study or study. Unstudy in the life. Very bad. Animals does not do that. As soon as it wake up, it gets up. Ahara, Nidra, Bhaya, Maithunani, Samani, Maithunam, sex. We will produce kids. As soon as getting married, the first job is produce. No animal will produce kids unless it knows that its kids can survive in that forest with the sufficient food. You know, no animal will produce kids if it doesn't have the amenities for living for its kid. It knows how to assess. The lion will not produce a cub if the lion knows that there are no sufficient deer around for it to eat. It knows what is available to eat, for that only we will. But the human being does not. We don't assess what is our capability to make our kids to survive in the world. Somebody has to induce restrictions on us. Government rules. That's essential. So Ahara, Nidra, Bhaya, Maithunani, Samani, Chaitani, Nrunam, Pashunam, Jnanam, Naranam, Adhiko, Vishesho, Jnane, Vihina, Pashubis, Samana. Jnanam, Naranam, Adhiko, Vishesho. Knowledge is extra for human being. Jnane, Vihina, Pashubis, Samana. If you don't have knowledge, you are equal to animal. You can decide which animal you are. That option is given. So every day evening or night before going to sleep, just think, did I learn anything today? Every day. Just think that, did I learn anything today? If the answer is no, raise your hands. All of you lift your hands. Lift your hands, take it onto your head. Oh, nakarma. That day you are an animal. You can decide which animal you are. Or when people live in this world, how many days they will live we are human being, how many days we are living as animal. And then if you believe that any day when you are sleeping you have learned something, that means you are good. What do? Lift your hand, take it back and say, well done. Nobody will tell you this. Be yourself happy that you have lived in this world as human being for a day. And every day, the number of days you live in this world as human being, that you are going to be wonderful. And she says, sharing is important. Learning and teaching is what extra for human being. Education, jnanam. is extra for human being, and therefore who said education is for man making? You not heard? Look at him. Vivekananda says education is for man making. What's the use of education? Man making. Taking this loka, translate it into English, is education is for man making. You learn more, you will get into man. The perfect man is a person who have not, doesn't mean you have got maximum number of certificates, okay? It doesn't mean you have got an BA, you are less human being. You have an MA, you become higher animal. MA is master of Ajna. And then you take a PhD, you think you are greater. PhD, permanently head damage fellow. So as you go higher and higher, your qualification, you become useless to this world. So that's not important. PhD is permanent head damage. It also, again, knowing more and more about less and less is PhD. You know this definition? When you do PhD, on a small subject you will know everything. That's knowing more and more about less and less. Again in mathematics we have the tendency, anything less we will tend to nothing, and everything, then it goes to infinity. That is knowing more and more, knowing everything about nothing. That's what PhD is. So you cannot have education as the measure for your what is required. When you get education, that has to be converted into skill. You must practice it. Then that becomes a qualification. If you don't practice, that is not Vijnanam, that is not Gnanam. That's only information. Information is useless. And when knowledge, once you practice it, that becomes skill, and use that skill for whom? Serving society. And serving society means you will have again some problem. My knowledge, I can use it for some portion but not for somebody else. I have limitations in using my knowledge. When you become more knowledgeable, people don't even do anything. That's the biggest problem. You start analyzing, judging, and they say it's all useless. Doing this is not good. If you don't have knowledge, you may do it. If you have knowledge, people don't do it. So serving without knowledge is sometimes better. Not critically analyzing whether to or not to do, that's also important. Now you serve. What is that you can give to society? Think what is that you want in your life. That's what you can give to society. What is that you want? Assume that you pray God sometime, at least before examination. So when God appears in front of you, by mistake he comes in front of you. What is that you will ask? Many people doesn't know what to ask. Now I have seen people going to temple. You know what happens? They go to temple. They will have nice chapel, new chapel. No? They will have to remove outside they have to keep outside the temple, right? So once you go inside, they will pray, God, please save my chapel. No, because all the time when you remove your chapel and go inside, only chapel is in mind, no God also. Becomes so mean. You have only that point, what is in your mind, that's your problem, nothing else in your life. People doesn't know what to ask if the God comes. There are 3 people who went for an outing. They have an interview on Monday morning 10 o'clock for promotion. 3 candidates from the same office. They are good friends. So full tension. So they thought we will go out and enjoy. And they went for an outing in the sea. But the boat got damaged. And they got held up in an island. They started calling everybody around. Nobody used to listen. So 2 days passed. Friday over, Saturday over, Sunday over, Monday morning. The God appears. They started praying. Nothing else. Then the only option is to pray God. Any atheist also will start praying God if nothing else is available. And they started praying 2 days when the God appeared in front of them. But God, one guarantee, God always will have contract. He will say, I will do this provided you do this. That's a contractual agreement generally, in contract. No contract is only one directional, it's 2 directional. So he said, one of you can ask first. You decide who will ask, okay? First. Second, whatever one asks, the next person cannot ask. You should ask something else. I can give only 1-to-1. I want the chairman seat. Only one person can get it. Second person cannot get it. No. So whoever asks will get that. So ask me what is that you want. So decided, they have taken lot and all that. One person decided to ask first. So he said, it's almost 10 o'clock. Take me to office for interview so that I can attend the interview. The others too cannot attend the interview. Tathastu. So boom, he has gone. Disappeared from the island. He went to office. He must have got. Almost reaching office. Next fellow asked. Anyway, office is lost. What is the next option? Going back home. So he said, I want to go back home. My family must be crying. 2 days I am not seeing them. Tadastu. He also left. So the third fellow cannot ask office. He cannot ask home also. What is it he will ask? He said, I am alone here. Bring them back. Even if God appears, all the effort what you do, you will forget. Everybody is like this. We doesn't know what is that we want. If God appears, what he will ask, you tell me. She will ask education. You will ask education? Yeah? Only education you will get, nothing else. God gives only one, nothing else. What is that you want? What is that you want? Only one. Don't give a paragraph to him. Essay. You don't have time. He has got many more people to get satisfied. Only one. Tell. That is the answer. What is that human being want? We want happiness. Are we happy? Why we are not happy? Why we are not happy?
If we face a problem, then we know that this is happiness. When we are not facing any problem, we don't know.
Therefore, you should ask problems, to God. Give me problems every day. Pardon? Desires. Yeah, if you have no desire, no happiness. If you are not feeling hungry, you get food, you have problem. No satisfaction. Never get satisfied. If you get satisfied, you have no desire. It's a problem. If you get satisfied, do you have desire? No. You should never get satisfied. I need more degree. I need promotions in my office. If that desire is not there, you will never work. If you don't work, when you don't get satisfaction. We are worried. Why we are worried? So she says that's a problem, no? You are always worried about a problem and you say we are in a problem. Where are you? You are in a problem. Where are you? What we say when we have a problem? I am in a problem. Where are you? You are in a problem. So when you look around, you will see only problems. And if you want to go inside the problem is big and you are small. Correct? No? If problem is small and you are big, can you go inside the problem? You should know magic. So never say you are in a problem, say you have a problem. A lot of difference. When you say you are in a problem, that means you are smaller, problem is bigger. Is there any problem in your life which is bigger than you? Whether you are bigger or problem is bigger. Your husband is a problem, wife is a problem. Whether you are bigger or your husband is bigger. Leave it, no. It's a problem. Leave the problem. Any problem, you leave it. If you think something is a problem, just leave it. Whether your life is a problem for you, no people have life that's no problem. Except your life, anything is a problem, just leave it. So easy, to solve problem. And if it is your internal problem, then nobody can solve. If it is a problem outside, take it inside, drink some water, go to toilet, flush it and come out. You say no problem. Whenever there is a problem, you say no problem. What do you say? Repeat. No problem. Whatever comes to you, you just say no problem. What do you say? No problem. Repeat it. No problem. Is there any problem? No problem. What is the problem? No problem. Once you start looking at life with no problem, you have no problems. You say, don't worry. No worry. You failed in exam? No problem. Next year you can write again. Is it not? You can write again. Same university. Good. You don't know anything in the examination while writing. No problem. You don't have to write anything. No. So good. And you are seeing everybody is writing, sweating, tension. So good. Look at them. Enjoy. See how tension they have. I have no tension. And if you know everything, is there any problem? No problem. You keep writing. How many pages? As much as you can. They don't charge extra for additional papers. So when I write my exam, I read 60, 70 pages. It's so interesting, no? Because the professor has to read all this. See? You enjoy writing, he will suffer reading. It's very good. In some question paper you will see answer only 5. I ask why 5? All the 10 I will write. Let him read. No. It's a nice chance to write. All my examinations. Exam writing is thrilling for me every time. That's why I write a lot of exams. MSc, MPhil, PhD, LLB, MBA, MS. It's many days. Go on writing exams. MA philosophy also have. Just write, go on writing, 40, 60, 70 pages. I will enjoy seeing that he is reading all. That kind of. So you should enjoy. Whatever you do, just enjoy. Don't get tension. When you hit somebody, you are driving scooter, hitting somebody. You say, no problem. He will hit you back. You say, no problem, hit me again. Whatever comes, you say, no problem. You are in the bus stop, waiting for the bus. Bus is not stopping. What do you say? No problem. Go. I don't want to get inside. Once you get inside your bus, it's a problem. You will miss so many buses. Once you miss a bus, no problem. So many buses. You can get into any bus. You know, when first bus comes, in Hyderabad, many buses will come in convoy only. The first bus you will get in. Full rush. The next bus you will see going free. Then you will feel, oh, I should not have got into this bus, I will get into other bus. So in the bus stop, what you should do? Wait for the free bus to come. And you will never go, you will be in the bus stop. So when you miss a bus, be happy. Is it not a nice way of looking at life? Yeah, don't get married. You have many more chances. Once you get married, finished. Look at life slightly different. Live for people, somebody else, but not for yourself. There is an old man and an young boy. Old man almost getting ready for visa. Krishna Rama Govinda. 1 or 2 days only. The family have put him in a hospital. Let him enjoy it. And the young man generally drives what? Motorbike. What is that motorbike name? Yamaha. Closer to Yamaha. Yamaha is reaching tape directly. I don't know why people give such names. Sitting itself, coming itself, I am worried. Yamaha is coming. Closer to me. Must be careful when Yamaha comes. And once you get closer to Yamaha, there will be a time when you can look only up. All steel roads, And one person in the almost ready to go, another person, young boy, almost, you cannot lift, shift, do anything, don't see here and there, straight up. That's the stage, he is sleeping. And there is some nice music going outside. That's in the hospital ward. Nice music happening outside. The young man wanted to know what's happening there. Even at this stage, he is not peaceful. He wants to know what's happening on the road. So the old man said, it's a marriage party. How is that bride? Oh, she looks beautiful. What is the color of the dress? All that he wanted to know. And this old man started explaining everything. And he is enjoying. Then another sound hears, he will start asking. The old man describes everything because this man cannot see left or right, straight up. And after 2 days, some steel rods are perfectly removed and he can turn his head. The other man left the place, vacated. And when the nurse comes, this young man is asking, please shift my bed closer to the window so that I can see. The other man was sleeping closer to the window. So please shift me. The nurse says, yeah, there is a window. But most of our hospitals, when you open the window, you will see the next wall on it. Correct? No? Buildings are like that, so close. So the nurse says, you can open the window, but you will not see anything. How is it possible? The old man was explaining whatever is happening on the road. How he could explain sleeping on the or lying on the bed? How did he explain all this? How can he explain? How can he see? He was a blind man. Who was explaining all this? A blind man. Who was almost ready to go to hell or heaven, besides where you are. And during that time also, at little bit of time, whatever happiness can be given to this young man, he has provided. Is it not? He can say, why, anyway you are on bed, why you are disturbing me? I cannot see. All these complaints you can say. But telling that, does it make this young man happy? At the time of death also, if you have the habit of making somebody happy, even when you are in trouble, you will never make somebody else to suffer. You will start serving people. If you don't have the habit of serving anybody, even when you can do something, you will never do it. So try to make it a practice, helping people, serving somebody, and that becomes your habit. At the time of death also, you will start serving somebody. You know, when the old man died, this young man felt, oh, very sorry. Why? Because he helped him. There are people we will pray, let this man die very fast. Cannot live with him. Because he always keeps disturbance to everything. So in life, at the end of your life, at the end of your life, if I am in Hyderabad, I will be taken to Bensalalpet. You know Bensalalpet? Graveyard, that's a graveyard. And a nice wooden platform. They will be kept and my son will fire me. And every son will get a chance to fire their parents. Throughout the life, the parents will fire the son. And the son will get a chance, the last firing. So just before firing, in Bharatiya Shastram, the son is supposed to ask a question to father. Vayuranilam amrudamadedam basmantam sharidam om krito smara kritam smarami. Vayuranilam amrudamadedam basmantam sharidam. Oh father, you are going to join in this environment, atmosphere. Basmantam sharidam, little bit of basmam will be balanced. If you get cremated in electric crematorium, next day you will get a small packet, keep your father. It will be 40 grams, 40 to 50 grams, that's what. You may weigh 100 grams in this life, but once you get fired, only 50 grams, that's all this, nothing more. Oh father, you are going to be Bhasma. So wonderful, no? You are going to be Bhasma. Krito smara. Think what is that you have done in your life. The son is supposed to ask the father. Think what is that you have done. Not once, 3 times they are supposed to ask. Because nobody will answer in one question. Now today to answer you need clue also. Then only the answer will come. Om krito smara kritam smarami. Think what is that you have done. What is that you have done in your life. What he will say? I have constructed a house. Every animal constructs their houses. We have produced you. Yeah, every animal produces kids. What is that extra you have done as a human being? Tell me what is that you have done as extra as a human being. That's more essential. we don't live in this world for somebody else, then this life is not worth calling as a human being life. Ena kena prakarena yasya kasyapi dehinah sandosham janayat prajna tadaivam Ishvara pujanam. Ishvara puja is not sending money order to Tirupati. God doesn't require your money, he is rich. God doesn't require you to give some flowers to him. The whole flowers is his. And you steal from somebody's place and say it is yours. What right you have to say the flower belongs to you? It's not yours. It's God's. And you take God's flower, steal it from neighbor, and then submit to God telling that this is my flower, I am giving you, stupid flower. God does not require anything. God need people to serve somebody else, make somebody else happy. Ena kena prakarena yasya kasyapi dehinah sandosham janayat prajna tadaivam Ishvara pujanam. Make somebody happy all the time. How do you make happy? God doesn't know. How do you make happy? It doesn't matter. How long you can make happy? That also doesn't matter. But help. If one instance, one moment, if you can help somebody, do it. When somebody dies, you go and meet their daughter or son and say that, no, don't worry. That saying of don't worry, you know it is to be worried. Don't cry, nothing, no, everybody dies. I will also die, you will also die. We will start telling something. All this saying is useless, we know, but still we do it for what? At the hope, with the hope that this people will get little bit of happiness, solace, at least being peaceful, that's more required. So in life we have this habit of being social animal, helping somebody else. If you don't have, we are going to be in trouble. So whenever there is a problem, say no problem. Try to make people happy as you can. Where do you start that? Where do you start making people happy? Start at home. With your presence, whether your mother, father, brother, sisters all are happy? Or do you think, oh, they have gone to Ramakrishna Mutt for class 1 hour peaceful at home? Do you make noise? You make lot of trouble at home? Have to be changed. How do you change? I am good, my mother is not good. That's the problem. Why? When I keep the glass here, if by mistake the mother hits the glass falls down, what she will say? Who kept the glass here? And she starts scolding. Next day the mother keeps the glass there. If I hit, she will say, don't you have eyes? The logic is entirely different, you know. You understand what has happened? This happens. But assume a guest comes to your house, from his hand the glass falls and then breaks. Mother will say, no problem, no. Why she is more close to the guest than me? That's my problem. Why when the glass falls from me, why she can't say no problem? Now what do you do today? Go home, take a glass, break it. And say, you see how she reacts. And you say that, today I learned a lesson that mothers are not good. Father is not good. When the glass breaks, what happens? How does the mother know glass broke? Sound. So when the glass breaks, what comes? Sound. When sound comes, are you happy? No. Then why in Diwali time you are firing crackers and making top sound and then being happy? When sometimes 40 rupees you will spend for one bullet and it does not fire out. But still people are happy. Oh, 40 rupees gone. Very happy. Neighbors are also happy. Does a glass cost 40 rupees? No, no. So what do you do? Break it and be happy. Oh, wow. Change your attitude. What happens when the glass breaks the whole day? Today anyway Sunday, no office, no other job, glass broke in the morning, whole day give a lecture. But tomorrow, Monday, you have to go to office, the glass breaks, only 1 hour scolding will be there. Because you have some other job. If you don't have job full time, you will engage in scolding. And assume you got scolding from house and you are so upset reaching back to the college. The professor asked some question and you could not answer. The professor scolded you. You will forget about mother. Professor is only in mind. The worst fellow in the world is professor. So always if you don't get higher dosage, the lower dosage becomes bigger. So to be happy, what is to be done? Get big problems in life. So smaller problems will become obsolete. Is it not? You have severe stomach problem, stomach pain. You are driving, the hit, and then there is an accident. Do you remember stomach problem now? It's gone. So if you have stomach problem while driving, hit somebody. Your problem is gone. No problem is a problem if you have something else to do. If you have nothing to do, every problem is a problem for you. I was waiting in the railway station for my wife to come. Shabari Express, 1 o'clock. 12 o'clock itself I went and stood there. Because wife is coming. If I am late, finished. I did not even have my lunch. Who asked you not to have lunch? Did anybody ask you not to have lunch? No. Then the announcement comes, train is delayed by 1 hour. Oh, stupid Lalu Prasad Yadav. We started telling Lalu Prasad Yadav is very bad. Management of railway is very bad. The divisional manager is not good. You see the railway station, is the way to keep it? You start scolding. What happens? Anything happens to Lalu Prasad Yadav? Does anything happens to divisional manager? Whether the health inspector will be in trouble? No. What happens? Your pressure will raise. I am feeling hungry. So what? Go and eat? No. Who says not to eat? And you can see many people will measure the platform. Start walking left, right. Anyway, you have taken platform ticket. I have to utilize it totally. Again, after 1 hour, another announcement. Train is delayed. Another 1 hour. It reaches only 3 o'clock. You know the tension, pressure. Why all this? You are in railway station. Wife is not around. You enjoy, no? No. People don't do this. No, I doesn't mean enjoy, I mean something else. You have Bhagavad Gita with you, read that. Always take some textbook with you so that you can read, that's what I mean. But you understand only the way you know things. In life, try to spend time usefully, purposefully. Go back if the mother scolds, you just go, mother please come and sit there, sleep on her lap and give her a kiss, hug her, because you have no chance after some time. Whether you know whether you are going early or mother is going early, you don't know. No time. Don't try to waste your time in life. Every moment in life, make it purposeful, useful. Live in this world as if you are living for only next moment. You are going to die next moment. Live in this world. If somebody is going to die next moment, will you scold now? Will you become bad? Live in this world as if you are going to die next moment and learn in this world as if you are going to live in this world forever. Who said this? No, don't add everything to Vivekananda. There is somebody else also. Mahatma Gandhi says, live in this world as if you are living only for moments. Next moment you are going to die. And learn in this world as if you are living for lifelong. If you think you are going to die tomorrow, you will never do BTech. Why to do BTech and then waste time? Don't do that. Try to learn as if you are living forever and try to live in this world as if you are going to die. Try to live in this world, making happy, giving happiness, and that's what is expected from you. If you do that, then you will enjoy, your people around will enjoy, and they will feel, oh, there is a man who lived in this world forever. So that is what is being social. I was trying to explain what social. Living for your family, that's more important. When you live for your family, you will live for society. Once you live for your society, you will live for the nation. Try to love people. If anybody likes to love for somebody, and they will love everybody in the world. I have a case from Tarnaka, Hapsiguda. One mother. Her husband is no more. One son. He was doing 12th. And she is a government servant, living for this only son. The whole life. The husband lost long back, and then whole life she was only thinking about this son. Her aim is to make this son a doctor. The highest post is doctor post. They want to make him as a doctor. And very good student, brilliant student. Only study, nothing else. Every time, study. A good boy. Well behaved, good boy. So he became. Just before the entrance examination, the doctors identify cancer in her. So she has to get admitted, get treatment. But that is the time for entrance examination. The son says, don't go now. Postpone your treatment. Let my entrance exam is over, then you can. Otherwise, who will take care of me at home? His worry is only that. With a lot of pressure from the neighbors, relatives and doctors, he got admitted. Entrance examination is over, he got 46th rank. Is it a bad rank? Any college where you will get the first rank fellow, 46th rank also will get it, right? But he says he does not talk to his mother from that day onwards. Because he says, if you were at home, I could have come in the first 10th rank. Do you think this man tomorrow becoming a doctor works? If he don't have love to his mother, will he love anybody in the world? You have seen Munna Bhai, no? A doctor does not have love, does not fit to become a doctor. Vaidyaraja Namastubhyam. Vaidyaraja Namastubhyam. Doctor, salutation to you. Yamaraja Sahodara. You are the brother of Yama. Why? Yama Haradume Pranan. Yama will take life only. But doctor will take life and he will give a bill also. Yama Haradume Pranan. Vaidyan Dhananija. Extra he will take money also from you. No Yama will take money. But here, that's the situation. A society, when you live, you must live for the society. If you don't live for the society, you are not fit to be called as human being. When you can do that? When you can give happiness to somebody else? What is in you only you can give, no? If you don't have happiness, can you give happiness? Are you happy? Are you happy? So try to be happy all the time. Try to be happy. For no reason you need to be unhappy. I can become unhappy with 100 reasons. I can say, I am not as tall as Amitabh Bachchan. Yeah, not. What is this? What can I do? I cannot change my producer. Finished. Done. I don't have Salman Khan's muzzle. If muzzle is there, my lecture would have been much better. Correct? No, when I am putting my hand like this, muzzle will come. Oh, very great. I am not very beautiful. All grey. So what? You don't have grey, I have grey. No, I am grey person. Don't think what you don't have. Think of what you have. You can find reasons for not becoming happy every day. You can also find reasons for being happy every day. Try to be happy with what you are. I am like this, so good. This is the product. How do I sell this? What can I do with this product? You cannot change the product. Is it possible? Nothing can be done. Hyderabad city so bad. Get no wonderful no. After the rain when you drive, splash. Free splash. It's like a water theme park. Very good no. Enjoy. Is it not? Singapore city, no, you should see, very beautiful. Very difficult to live there. Where do you go for this? Hyderabad, anywhere, no? We are so lucky, yeah, we can spit anywhere. You must enjoy. See, you are not collector. Very good, no. Can collector go and stand in the queue? Can he eat on the roadside? You are not cheap, you are not a big powerful man. Very good, no. You are not powerful, so good. You can do anything. A powerful fellow, when he does a small mistake, people will catch him. You can do any mistake. Correct, no? So you enjoy what you have. Don't see that what you don't have and then try to become unhappy in this life. You can have 101 reasons for becoming unhappy, but never try to do that. Try to be happy throughout your life. Are you happy? So enjoy life. What's the message? Enjoy. If you cannot enjoy life, finish it. Why to unnecessarily drag? When people will ask, how is your life? What do you say? The people don't say normally. No, what do you say in Telugu? Nadustundi. Nadustundi. Enduku nadustundi? Stop it now. Easier. In Telugu they say nadustundi. Chalta hai in Hindi. Canada? Anybody Kannadigas? Yeah. ಹೀಗೆ ಹೋಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ ಅಂತ ಅಲ್ವಾ? ಹೀಗೆ ಹೋಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ ಅಂತ. ತಮಿಳ್ அப்படியே போகிறது. In Malayalam my language இங்கனே போகும். Same, all one and the same. You know why? Because we are in South India. As the geography is confused. As you come closer to South, you go to Trivandrum and all, people are more confused. They will start pulling somebody's leg all the time. That's why Lord Krishna slept there, because he knows somebody will pull his leg. Why to fall? So he slept there. There is only one statue of Lord Vishnu sleeping position. That's in Trivandrum. Because God knows somebody will pull his leg. All other places he will stand. Not in Kerala. My place. But whereas you go to Gujarat, what do you say? Very happy. You ask how is your life? Common people will say very happy. They will have problem, but still they will say they are happy. You ask Bangla people, Bhanuach, yeah, Bhanuach, very happy. They are all happy, but we are not happy. Why? Because we are closer to Sri Lanka. Where was Sri Lanka? Who was there? Asuras. We are more closer to Asura. Asura Gunam is more in us, not Deva Gunam. Devas are always happy. Asura is always greedy, unhappy in their life. So your personality development will take you closer to Godhood. Getting Godhood means being more happier. From your Asura Guna you should reach into Godhood. When given birth, you know that there is a saying that in Hindu mythology, there is no Hindu mythology, Bharatiya mythology, you have got 33 crores of gods. Actually, this is not 33 crores. 33 crore, Kodi. The translation is Kodi. 33 Kodi means percentage. 33% God is there, 33% Asura is there, 33% human nature is there. So altogether 100%. 1/3 is Asura, 1/3 is Deva, and 1/3 is human. That is how we have been created. You should have cruelty in you, 1/3. You should have good nature, sattvic gunam in you, that is 1/3. You should have man nature in you because you are a human being, that is 1/3. But if you expand your godlyhood and then you become reduced in your asura gunam, then you become closer to God. 33% you enlarge. The manhood, your human nature, you keep 33%. But 33% of Godhood, you extend it further and reduce your asura gunam. Then you will become better. And that is what is required for a human being to be real human being, closer to God. So if you become closer to God, God is with you. God will come behind you. Whatever you require, He will support you. That's more essential. And let that be the message. To get into God, only way is be happy. If you start complaining to Him, He will not look at you. He is bored with complaints. No God is going to help people who have got sufferings. If you are suffering, that's because of you. Look internally, all the problems is inside you, because of you. That's what Lord Krishna in Bhagavad Gita says. Uddared atmanatmanam atmanam avasadhayet atmaiva hyatmano bandhu atmaiva ripuratmanaha. Your enemy is you and your friend is you. Try to make yourself as your friend and try to be close to him. You will enjoy your life. Never do anything which makes you to say, oh, I should not have done this. After doing, we will say, oh, I should not have done this. And then you will start crying. You like to eat mirchi bhaji. That's beautiful, mirchi bhaji. Once you see your temptation for eating, after some time the stomach starts burning, you will say, oh, I should not have eaten that. But next day when you see again, you will forget your experience. In life, learn from experience and try to rectify your life so that you will become permanently happy. Don't make temporary happiness. You will enjoy for a moment, but after some time you will repent. That's not a good thinking process. The whole thing together, what I said, can be just summarized by saying, think positively. Okay? Think positively. What is positive? For that moment, making happiness is not doing good, but for a longer time you must be happy. Enjoy your life. That's more important. Try to give enjoyment to somebody else. Be happy so that you can serve happiness. Have love in you so that you can love others. Don't try to fight with somebody who is around. You are not going to gain anything. Once fighting, you think that you will get enjoyment, but you will never get enjoyment. After some time you will repent for scolding somebody, and then what they will do? They will say, so sorry, yeah. But then that will say, you have scolded and you enjoyed. Now let me scold you and I will enjoy. Next second chapter they will start. And once you will stop second chapter, third chapter you will start again. So the whole serial goes like this. So never try to do that. In life, what we can serve is only serving people around us. So let's be a social being, serving others, thinking good for others. That should be our aim. This is the message which I have to say. I have already crossed 1 hour, but I am very happy that you have not seen the watch. If you keep seeing watch, that means you are getting bored. So if you are not seeing watch, that means you are not getting bored. Enjoy? Raise your hand. If you don't enjoy, keep it on your head and say that karma. I enjoyed, you are suffering. If you enjoy, take it back and say well done. You have enjoyed because you are good. Okay? This is the message. If you have some questions.